We are told that your manifestations are already here. Nothing can be created nor destroyed. But then it's taking some time. It's a bit confusing, right? If it's already here, it's already done. What am I waiting for? Why we are told that there is a gestation period, or there is a time when you have to wait for it to come on the physical? What is going on? And then the question that happens is that how can we actually collapse time? Because sometimes it feels like our manifestations are delayed. So how do we actually crack the code of time? And when you actually understand what I'm about to tell you, you will be able to hack time a lot faster. You will be able to understand the time that is taking between your manifestation to show up is because of that, and you can nail it very, very quickly. When we are manifesting something, according to the religion and science, nothing is created nor destroyed. It's already here. Now, the thing that it's waiting for is for you to become a match. Let's say if you're saying, I want to manifest $1 million business, or I want to manifest a multi-million-dollar business, or I want to manifest $1 billion business. When you want to manifest that, you have to become a founder and a CEO who can handle $1 million business, right? A multi-million-dollar business. And what it means is that you have to become that version of you. Now, for you to receive that, it has to vibrationally align with who you are. If you are somebody who always thinks of lack, who has this relationship with money, that money is constantly running out, you don't like money that much because there is no trust, there is no safety, it feels like it's against you, there's a toxic relationship, you are not a match. And the problem with receiving is that if the universe decides to give you the business in that point where you're not a match, you won't be able to receive it. When you receive the business, it will go to zero very, very quickly because you're not a match. You don't hold the beliefs and the identity and the energetics and the consciousness of a person who actually sees money that way, like a CEO of a multi-million-dollar business does. Therefore, becoming a match is really, really important, and that's how we hack time. The biggest thing that we really want to nail down for us is that whatever you are a match for at any given time, you attract it. Law of attraction is working all the time. It's working perfectly. It's working since the beginning of the time. When our planet came into being, or the universe has been operating since ever, and even this planet has been 800 billion years old, right? These things are always working. They have always been working. The universal laws have always been working. So when we try to actually say, okay, let me make sure that I attract the right thing, you are trying to do what the universal laws are meant to do, and they are doing with the accurate precision. So the planets are revolving around the sun in a very, very accurate, precise way, because if there is even a micro centimeter or second delay or something, the whole thing will collapse. So all the universal laws are working in the perfect order. When we try to focus on attracting, what we are doing is we are going in the forcing and pushing energy. What it means is we don't trust the law of attraction that it's working fully, and we think there is something wrong with it based on our past traumas and wounds, that we think, oh, nothing ever works, people don't deliver, things never work for me, I always get disappointed, and all of that things are actually causing us to doubt the attraction piece, which is perfect and which have always been working. Instead of then becoming a magnet, a match, so that the law of attraction can attract who we are, we start to focus on doing the job of law of attraction, and we start to pushing. And what we do is we start to get that business, try to have that, find the way. We get stuck in the strategy loop. What is the next strategy? How can I make it happen? What do I need to do? How it's going to work? We try one thing and we try next thing, and we are getting so tired. We are just endlessly hustling because we are not the magnets. Law of attraction is perfectly working, and we are actually attracting what we are a match for. So instead of saying, you know what, let me become who I really am. Let me increase my vibrational alignment so I can become a match for better things, so I can just effortlessly attract it, because you effortlessly, naturally, you are manifesting all the time. So let's not question what you attract, because that's showing what you're a match for. So seeing that as a feedback and saying, oh, how can I rise in consciousness? How can I start to see myself differently? It all starts with holding a different concept of you, self-concept mastery. How can I start to see who I really am? It's not about changing you. It's not about changing your identity and becoming somebody else. It's about changing the way you see you. How do I really see me? Do I see me as somebody who is ordinary, and then I'm wanting incredible success? Do I see myself as somebody who needs to work so hard for even little things to happen, and then I'm expecting miracles to happen? Do I see myself who is just getting by, and who is not as confident, who hasn't really believe in what they do, they don't really think they're worthy of any of that, but then I'm really trying to get it? You are trying so hard to change the reflection in the mirror. Well, you can easily just change the way you see yourself, and the reflection will change. So reflection will automatically change when you change the way you see yourself, right? Mirror is just showing you what is in your consciousness right now. It takes so much effort to change. Let's take this example, that if you're seeing that reflection and then now you're trying to make changes in the mirror, you're trying to break it, maybe you're trying to put tapes on it, you're trying to put more colors on it, you're trying to put more shades, but it's never going to really land, because the mirror is just showing you who you are, what is inside of you, what do you really think about yourself, what has your human experience been, how have you seen your worthiness and your capabilities, and your how much you deserve all of that, how good you are, all of those things. If you are constantly holding them but expecting and trying so hard to change the reflection, it's not gonna change, right? The way to hack time is to double down on your consciousness, to triple down on your consciousness, and start to say to yourself that I trust that law of attraction will attract my vibrational match. Let's not put all the energy on trying to get that, because I trust that when I tap into my higher consciousness, my vibrational match will automatically change. When we look at people who are doing extremely well and we try to think, what are they doing? Oftentimes they're not doing anything different. In fact, they're working a lot less than you. In fact, they are not hustling as hard. We just don't understand why it seems to work for them. What is going on? And the key is that they have a different attraction point based on their consciousness. Because you think, you feel, you act, you behave, and you operate and you attract from your consciousness. Even the actions you're doing, when you start to shift your consciousness, you start to operate differently. All of a sudden, your actions become so powerful. Let me give you an example in my industry, because this example goes in everything. But if I give you an example, I'm going to give you an example in my industry and also in dating. Let's think of dating first. There are two people who met on a date, and the boy is trying really hard that the girl likes him. What he does is he tells her, I really like you, I really want you. And he's thinking of all the strategies. What if I do that? What if I say that? What if I behave this way? What if I this? But when the girl looks at him, she doesn't feel that, because she feels that he's not as confident. She feels that he has a bit of insecurities and he's trying so hard. She feels a little bit chased by him, right? Automatically, when somebody chases you, you lean back and you start to like go in the other direction, right? And she feels that he's so needy and he's so possessive, right? Because of that, no matter what strategy he applies, the energy, the vibration that she got from him didn't really land. There was something off for her, right? This is what it is. Now, whatever strategy he tries is gonna fall flat. He can go to the greatest strategist and say, what do I need to say on my date? But if the girl doesn't feel that vibe from him, it's just not gonna land. If we take the other example where the guy is really confident, he knows who the hell he is, he really believes in himself, he's quite detached to how the girl responds, because he's not attached to her saying yes. He's being the best of him. He's really magnetic. He's really interesting. He's so confident. He's just know that he's great. And when he has these kind of things, then the girl doesn't need any chasing. She'll be just attracted. If it's the right fit for her, she will feel it. And he wouldn't need to like try to chase her down. In fact, the more he chases her down, the more she will go in the other energy, in really leaning back and trying to get off from him. This is how it works in business as well. That when you are constantly chasing and chasing and chasing, you are in so much doing energy. And I'm not saying doing is a bad energy. Doing and masculine energy, which is not respective of the gender, but it's a doing energy, is a great energy. But when you first be and really tap into who you're being, then whatever you do works. So with that guy, if he really taps into who he really is, then whatever he's gonna do, how effortless he makes it, it's gonna work. It's gonna land for that girl, right? With our business, with money, the more we start to focus on being. Am I being my most successful today? Am I being who I really am? Do I really see my value, and do I really see the most confident version of me? Do I really align with that? So if I feel I'm confident, do I really show up and say what I want to say and sell what I want to sell and create what I want to create and really say that my voice matters, my work matters, what I offer matters, my business matters? Do I really believe in myself? Do I really see that I deserve all of that? And when I come from that place, I'm automatically going to be a match for people who will see my value, because now I see my own value. If you're not seeing your value, but you expect other people to see that value, that's not a match, right? The more you be, you realize that your vibrational match finds you. And the 90% of the people in this world are so worried about getting that they forget being. But what we don't understand is that you cannot outperform your being. You cannot outperform the concept of yourself. If you want to collapse time, understanding that your manifestation is already here, and it's a matter of being a match. It's waiting for you to start to really embody that frequency, embody that being, embody that identity, embody that concept of yourself, and then it's going to show up automatically. You will, whatever you do, it's going to work. You will have full unwavering faith in the next move, because there are millions of ways to make $1 million. There are millions of ways to make a lot of money. It's not about the how. It's about who you be when you're doing the how. One person can do one strategy and that person can make $1 million and say this is the greatest thing after slice of bread, while the next person can do the same thing and it falls flat. And what is the reason? The reason that it takes longer, or the reason it's delayed, is because who you're being. If you double down, triple down, really focus on the being part, you can collapse time, because then your vibrational match changes. As your confidence change, your vibrational match change. As your belief in yourself change, your vibrational match change. As your relationship with money change, your vibrational match change. As you start to see yourself differently, your vibrational match change. So the way to hack time is going within. It's not outside of you.